Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Brandy and you're watching the Glam Belle, and today we're going to be talking all about how to maintain next day hair. These are the best tips that I have found that work for me in trying to prevent me from having to go through a whole nother wash day the following morning or having to really spend a whole lot of time refreshing my hair the next day. I've done a video like this, but it's been years ago, so I really wanted to kind of bring you guys an updated, revised version. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, you know the drill. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button down there and make sure to hit the bell so that you're notified when I upload videos here on YouTube. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on in, and I'm gonna share with you all the things that I do to keep my hair looking great the following morning. One of the things that I have found has been the biggest benefit to my curly hair, especially when it comes to maintaining next day hair, is using silk products. And that is where Lily Silk comes in. I want to say thank you to Lily Silk for sponsoring this portion of today's video. They have all things silk, you guys. They've got everything from bonnets, they have silk scrunchies, they have silk pajamas, they have silk pillowcases. They literally have it all. And when I say they have it all, I mean they have it all. Everything from pillowcases, bedding, sleepwear, clothing, shirts and blouses, lingerie, accessories. They've got it all, you guys. This is their pillowcases, which are so beautiful. The colors are so rich. They are breathable, beautiful, cool to the touch. They give you everything that you want out of a pillowcase. They come in 11 shades. They come in 5 different sizes, including toddler size, and they also offer monogramming. And their pillowcases are specifically designed to keep your hair in place, giving you frizz-free results. They also have silk scrunchies. You guys have heard me talk about silk scrunchies a million times. They are so important to the health of curly hair. And they also offer an array of hair bonnets. I love that they offer so many different styles, so you can choose whichever one suits you best, whichever one you think is the most comfortable. This is the style that I chose and I am obsessed with it. It's so comfortable. I can sleep in it all night. It does not budge, it doesn't move, and it feels so lightweight. I literally forget that I'm wearing one. It's also made of mulberry silk, which has amazing benefits for the hair, helps you wake up with no bedhead. They only use the finest silk available, and they are a fair trade company, which I believe is very important. They also donate to charities such as Free Lunch for Children in China. So for every single purchase made, they donate $1 into that fund pool that will go to help a needy child. I'll be talking more about the actual products that I use from them in this video, but I do have a discount code with them. I'll leave it on the screen here as well as in the description box if you're interested in any of their amazing silk products. So going into tip number 1, and that is to pineapple the hair at night. So if you have pretty long hair, obviously it's not going to be maintained throughout the night when you're sleeping if it is down and it's getting all tangled up around your head while you're sleeping and you're turning from side to side and just living your best life while you are sleeping at night. So I always recommend loosely putting your hair on top of your head in what they call a pineapple. Here is a picture of exactly what that looks like. I basically live in a pineapple even when I'm not sleeping, but I also suggest and recommend using a silk scrunchie, which of course you can purchase from Lily Silk. Using a silk scrunchie really helps the hair to breathe, and it doesn't snag the hair. It won't pull it too tightly. It just kind of glides right over the hair, gives it enough hold so that it's not moving all around at night. Number 2 is something that I have been doing for years, and that is using a silk pillowcase. I cannot go without my silk pillowcase. Listen, when I'm traveling, I always pack my silk pillowcase with me so that I can put it on whatever pillow is at the hotel, because I cannot go without this. There are so many benefits to using a silk pillowcase. Not only does it help the hair to stay shiny, frizz-free, it helps to prevent any snagging throughout the night, but it also has amazing skin benefits as well. It really helps keep the skin smooth. It doesn't pull at the skin, which can cause wrinkles and fine lines and all of that. And I'm obsessed with this one from Lily Silk. It is so pretty. It's so rich in color and it feels amazing. Another reason I love using a silk pillowcase is because it stays nice and cool. It's breathable. There is nothing worse than waking up in the middle of the night because your pillow is so hot. So definitely using a silk pillowcase is something that I will always do for maintaining my next day curly hair. Tip number 3 is one that I did not do for a very, very long time because I honestly did not think I would be able to sleep in one of these, and that is sleeping with a silk bonnet. You guys, this is a game changer. Using a silk pillowcase is amazing, but when you combine it with using a silk bonnet, it is like magic. I'm not gonna lie, I don't sleep in a silk bonnet every single night, but I always do it when I have freshly washed curls because that is, I feel like when they're the most fragile. I always feel like the first night after my wash day is when I would typically get the most frizz and the most just fuzz the next day. So I love sleeping with a silk bonnet. I am obsessed with this one. I feel like it looks very chic for being a bonnet, and it's so comfortable. I'm someone that cannot sleep with my hair in rollers or braids or anything like that. I always have to have my hair very loose in order for me to be comfortable enough to fall asleep. And I always thought that sleeping with a bonnet would just end up keeping me up at night, but this I have found to be the most comfortable bonnet. When you put it on, it is so lightweight. I love that it's got this nice long tie in the back, so you can either wrap it around the front and tie it, or tie it in the back like I do, and then I just tuck it right under. It does not bother me at all. It doesn't fall off in the middle of the night. It stays put without having that, you know, funky band that would cause your head to like itch or be too tight around the head. Highly recommend. I know so far we've talked about the things to do overnight, and listen, when you're talking about maintaining next day hair, what you do at night is really what makes all the difference in the world. And that leads me to my next tip, which is definitely one of the biggest, and that is do not go to sleep with wet hair. Let me repeat that. Do not go to sleep with wet hair. Typically, if you got to get up and go to work the next morning, we don't have time to be doing a wash and style and all that for curly hair in the morning. So I know for me, I like to do my styling in the evening, but it is so important to make sure that your hair is 100% dry when you hit that pillow at night. If you go to bed with wet hair and you are moving around with wet hair at night, it is literally a recipe for frizz. Like, that's literally how frizz is created. Friction, moisture, not a good mix. If you want to make sure that you're gonna have the best results the next morning and you won't have to do some crazy refresh or re-wet your entire head of hair and start over, then do not go to bed with wet hair. The only exception to that rule is if you are plopping. And when you are plopping your hair, you have basically already scrunched out any excess moisture out of your hair with a t-shirt towel or a microfiber towel, and you've also already applied your products and scrunched those in, and your hair will be able to dry in the plop overnight. Also, when you're plopping, it keeps your curls pretty tight to the top of your head, so they're not gonna have a whole lot of room to be dancing around and moving around and causing frizz in the middle of the night. So do not go to bed with wet hair unless you are plopping. And then finally, if you are doing all of these things, all of these steps, trying to follow as many as you can, I can guarantee that you're gonna wake up with way better results than you would if you weren't doing any of these things. But if you still wake up and find that maybe your curls are a little stretched out in some places, or you have a tiny bit of frizz here and there, that's completely normal. We're not gonna wake up with perfect curls every morning. That's not realistic. But if you do have a little bit of frizz, it's okay. I have found the best way to kind of take care of that without having to add a bunch more product and all of that back into your hair is by using a little bit of leave-in conditioner, just like a little dab, maybe a pea-size amount, if you will, and then adding a little bit of water. So I just take my spray bottle and spray that right into the pea-size amount of leave-in conditioner and just kind of work that through the hands, and you'll kind of get this nice, like, milky, thin consistency, nothing thick. And then you're just gonna go over those areas that seem to be a little bit frizzy. You don't need to put it over your entire head. All you gotta do is focus on those little areas that might be a little frizzy the next morning and just touch those up, and you can either hit it with the diffuser or let them air dry while you're doing your makeup, getting dressed, brushing your teeth, and all of those things, and you will have frizz-free results. Honestly, these tips are the things that I have been doing for years to really help me extend my wash days and get the best results the next morning, because at the end of the day, trying to prevent having to restyle our hair every single day is what the goal is. At least that is for me. That is it. That is all of my tips for this video. I really hope you found it helpful, and some of these things you may already be doing, but hopefully there's something in here that provided some sort of help or information that you didn't know before. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.